Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGod. In today's video we're going to be talking about Blackout, which is a brand new battle royale mode that was just recently added to Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Currently there is a beta going on live, so I want to give you first impressions of my overall thoughts. Keep in mind that this is a first impressions video, so I'm going to give you a lot of my own personal first impressions. And then I went around and I was watching a ton of streams because everyone and their mom is streaming the game at this point, and I was able to ask them a few questions, kind of get everyone's thoughts and opinions on the game so far. And based off everything I saw, it seems like this is going to be a good addition to Call of Duty. So at this point, I'm going to kind of get into some of the pros and cons so far based off what I've seen, what I experienced from playing the game, and all those different types of things. If at any point you do enjoy the video, please hit that like button. And if this is your first time to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, and overall tips to improve videos. If any of that seems interesting, go ahead and make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. So the quick run through of the things that people aren't really liking at this point is that the menus are a little bit clunky, that the graphics are a little bit inconsistent because they do get a little bit pixelated at time. You get a little bit of frame drop on a regular PlayStation. And the other part related to graphics is just field of view. Typically people like to have a wider field of view, especially a lot of PC players right now are playing the game on console. And typically with the PC version, you're going to be able to have a wider field of view, which allows you to see more area, allows you to move in the space a little bit differently. And probably one of the last complaints that I've seen pretty often is having to pick up ammo and pick up weapons is a little bit clunky because you have to hold square, and when you should just be able to pick something up really quickly, especially when you land, you want to be able to just grab and go. So obviously this does not cover everything, but I want to give you just kind of a brief run through of what I kind of seen on Twitter, going on YouTube, Twitch, looking in different chats, what people were saying in the comments and all that type of stuff, in addition to my own personal experience. So let's go ahead and get into some of the positives. What you're going to notice is that it looks and plays exactly like a Call of Duty. If I didn't tell you I was playing a battle royale right now on screen, there's no way you would be able to tell for the most part. Obviously I got a mini map that's so dang big, but overall you cannot tell, and that's a good thing. When I played it, it ran very smooth. I have a PS4 Pro, so a lot of the stuff, it did feel very consistent. Some other things I liked is the way the zone moved. It moved at a very appropriate pacing. I know that when I've played Fortnite and other battle royales in the past, it always feels like there's a huge gap in between zones. This one always felt like it was pretty consistent, especially when you're moving from building to building. It could be a little punishing if you're caught out in the open, you end up getting shot or something like that, but that's every battle royale. The zone is usually pretty big enough. You got plenty of time. The map isn't so overwhelmingly large that it takes you forever to get from point to point, but it is large enough so it doesn't feel like you're all crammed into one spot. Within the beta, they elected to go with 80 players for whatever reason, whether that was the capabilities of the engine or what they just felt comfortable with starting. But overall, I think 80 is a good number. They decided to go to 100. That would be perfectly fine as well. Somewhere in that mix would probably work regardless, because a lot of people tend to die off when you land, and then everyone goes from named locations to the zone, and pretty much that cycle continues. So 80 players for this map size worked relatively well, at least in solos. I'd have to see how it plays out a little bit more, because the meta will come out where people decide to change their play styles as certain strategies evolve. Personally, I enjoyed how that healing mechanic works, because obviously when you play other battle royale games, one type of heal heals you a certain way, another heal heals you a different way, another heal heals you a different way. In this specific game, pretty much everything will heal you up to 150 regardless of what heals you have. And then there is a special type of triage med kit, I think it's called, that allows you to go up to 200 health. They have different levels of armor. That's a different story. I'm going to go ahead and break down kind of what the battle royale has. But overall, I like the vibe of that. And no matter what type of heals you pick up, you're going to be able to heal yourself all the way back up to 150 health. So the purpose of the video is to be very brief, kind of just get to the point, talk about some of the negatives, some of the positives, and then give overall opinion. Every day they are going to be giving updates on this game, so there should be changes slightly over time. So a lot of negatives will more than likely be addressed as this week continues. Currently, I like the game, but I'm not yet in love with it. I think it's fresh, but I think I definitely have to put a little bit more time into it. I'm not a huge fan of battle royales, so maybe this one will actually grow on me, because all the battle royales I've ever played in the past, they just seem to get a little too boring and too campy. And this one, you can see a little bit of camping going on, but that's part of the battle royale dynamic. So I think overall, if you're a fan of battle royale, you're going to like this game. Obviously, it doesn't have the cartoony graphics of Fortnite, so it's not going to appeal to that young audience. But overall, I think it's going to be a good game, a good mode, and it's going to do very well. Hopefully, this isn't the first footage you've seen of Blackout, and you've maybe watched other streamers or people upload their first win and all this kind of craziness. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you played the game or if you haven't, doesn't really matter. Just kind of let me know what your overall impressions are. Also, if you enjoyed the video at any point, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel and want more Call of Duty content. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.